Well, the Indy 11 are about to wrap up a very successful regular season and head into the United Soccer League playoffs. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Gary, thanks. Despite a recent rough road stretch, the 11 already have qualified for the USL playoffs, especially because of an amazing run of dominance on their home pitch at Lucas Oil Stadium. Joining us today to discuss the season thus far and to offer an update on plans for a hoped-for new home of the Indy 11 Park is team president and CEO Greg Stremlaw. Greg, we had you on earlier in the year, and now we're back, and it's been a heck of a good season.
It's been a great year, both on and off the field, Bill. As you said, we've already locked a playoff spot. We need to be a bit more consistent on the road, but we can't complain of the friendly confines of Lucas Oil Stadium. 23 straight unbeaten games dating back to last July 4th, 2018.
And you've established a record for points, I believe wins in the season.
Most points, most wins, 17 wins already so far. We've got 3 remaining games, 2 at home, 1 on the road.
Doing very well also at the gate, the number 2, I believe, in attendance.
Number 2 out of 36 teams in the league in attendance, second only to a brand new team in New Mexico. So we're ahead of a lot of bigger market teams, which we're really pleased by.
What's the underlying reason for the success, you think?
I think honestly, since the franchise came into establishment, we've really grown it organically. We've got a great fan base. We have a superb supporter section with the BYB, the Brickyard Battalion, yeah. Which everybody loves. They're really enthusiastic. They support our boys in blue throughout. So I think a lot of that has been instrumental. And of course, having a great product on the field with a super fan experience.
And again, this Lucas Oil Stadium thing, it's amazing that they just bring it up a couple of levels at home.
They absolutely do. I think between the BYB and our home fans and just knowing every angle of the pitch, they're really putting it together at home.
And as much as we all love Lucas Oil Stadium, the 11 have got a legislative approval to pursue a new home field somewhere down the road. What's the latest there?
Well, as I think your viewers know, April 29th, Governor signed enabling legislation into law, so we are proceeding ahead, full steam ahead with 11 Park. We've been working behind the scenes on a few really strategic items, not in any order, but we've really started with over a dozen site locations. We're in what I would call the whittle down process. We're down to literally a handful. I can't speak about each one of those individually today, but in the next few months, we look forward to announcing that to the public. At the same time, we just closed an RFP, a request for proposal, for a national design firm and architect. And same thing, we'll be announcing that in the next few months to the public.
And you've spent much of your summer traveling to other venues that would be similar to what the Indy 11 hope to eventually have.
That's right. We believe there's no sense in trying to recreate the wheel. Let's go and see what the best practices are around this great country. So we've been sitting with the likes of Orlando City. We've gone and seen the new Alliance Field in Minneapolis. We'll be in LA to see LAFC and meet with their team ownership and their senior management team, really to bring back those practices and lessons learned. I mean, there's been a lot of candor that's flowed, so we don't make the same mistakes that other cities have.
I was going to say, what's been your best point of learning from visiting those other sites?
I think a lot of it is making sure everything from broadcast needs in venue to a great fan experience. So oftentimes you look at an empty building, we're going and want to make sure we see the building full, because that's how we intend 11 Park to be. So how do we make sure that people can flow, they can really have a great experience, that the amenities within the venue are premium? And so those are a lot of the things we're bringing back into Indianapolis.
We've got about 45 seconds as we wrap up. You hope to have shovels in the ground sometime next spring?
Yeah, I mean, after we announce the site location, we're hoping, if we stay on schedule, probably fall of 2020 will be shovels in the ground, again, if everything goes according to plan.
And an opening of the venue?
We continue to try and potentially be in for home opener of 2022, so April of 2022. Again, a lot of things need to happen between now and then. It is part of our process, but we continue to stay on track.
And before that, though, however, in the here and now, playoffs would open the weekend of?
October 28th. Okay. We're hoping to host, of course, but the weekend of October 28th, the boys in blue will be in action.
All right, Greg Stremlaw, the president and CEO of the Indy 11. All the best to you.
Thank you.
And let's bring home a championship.
You got it.
Gary, back to you.